For some reason, the power keeps cutting out today. This has been rather interesting. It happened in church this morning. It has happened 2 times today. Once while my husband was here, and I think he was in the middle of a very important campaign, and I was in the middle of a chapter. And then another time when he was mowing and I was in a chapter. I've spent most of my time in chapters today. Anyway, power's gone out twice. It's come back up, but it's making it very challenging to get things uploaded. However, the other thing that it's been doing is it's been eating my words. I'm really getting quite peeved at this because, you know, I have autosave set it was set to every 15 minutes. I've changed that to every 5 minutes because between this I've lost about 2,500 words, and there have been so many motorcycles going by today. It's quite loud. Anyway, I had it set originally for every 15 minutes, and then just out of habit I'll click the Control S after a little bit of writing. But for some reason, and I'm not quite sure why, it didn't even save at the 15-minute mark, so I lost a nice little bit, not too much. And in fairness to the writing process, particularly the last section that I lost, it was much stronger when I wrote it the next time, because I realized I don't really need to go into a history of knot tying. You really don't need to go down this rabbit hole, honey. And I'll tell you, this is the most challenging part of this story, because I often feel like my stories are battles with fast-growing anacondas. I keep trying to finish the story, and I'm trying to pull this anaconda in, but it's magically growing into this much larger creature. It's kind of like a hydra, except that for every head, instead of every head you cut off, it gets 2. Every foot you pull in, it grows 2 more. So currently the story is about, let's see. It is 17,543 words, and I'm really excited about that. I'm at the 100 pages right now, or just shy of it, depending on which font I use. I think they want a Times New Roman, and I'd like to leave a little bit of time tomorrow to go through, because I found out I can do some editing, and I know I'm going to have some ridiculous errors in there, particularly from the stuff that I wrote when I was on Benadryl, or just getting that out of my system, because I read my first line again and I was going, "What, woman? Oh my goodness, 7 dead? What do you mean? You're talking about body parts here. No one has a dead 7 in them." I'm not even sure what I meant originally, but I got that fixed. Anyway, I feel like this story is really starting to focus on like some of the most miserable parts of Fantasy Quest, because it has done nothing but rain in this entire story. I mean, the first story I just added it in as a little bit of atmosphere, but it's become this integral component of the story. Additionally, I have unintentionally ended up adding in a scene that is very, very similar to one of the most heartbreaking scenes for me in the Neverending Story, except mine has a much happier ending because, well, I'm trying to be a more positive person. Then as far as you know, other aspects, I'm trying to keep myself really on focus, and like I said, I had to stop myself from going on about the knots, though I did learn some fascinating stuff. I've never actually tried a highwayman's cutaway, but I have talked to some friends who do mountain climbing who have told me that in a desperate situation, when you need something and something's better than nothing, that's what you can use when you need to get your rope back. I have no idea if this really works, because I've never tried it, and I'm not going to go out and do that myself today. Now, it has been humorous because I have been struggling to remember how to English words properly, and my Google search terms have sometimes required searches such as, what is the thing, the metal thing that comes down out of a castle? And bless Google, Google knows that I meant a portcullis. Similarly, I meant a dog grate or the andiron for a thing in fire that holds wood. It's been really humorous just how that has been coming up, and I know that sometimes I'll use the wrong word, and part of that's I'm tired. This has been challenging, and I really am enjoying how it's pushing me and it's forcing me to do better in a lot of ways. I did sit down. I went back over my outline, and now I have 3 possible alternatives to make sure that this story gets done. Maybe it won't get as far as I want, because like I said, the story keeps growing, and it's been interesting to see how it's developing. Karu is really growing on me as a character. I'm still not sure that her critical weakness is coming through, but you know what, in a revision I think I can make that better, and Ko has decided to show up again. Oh, Well, no, I'm moving that into chapter 6 because chapter 5 got to be 4,000 words and it had no business being that long. So, I'm thinking, the only thing is, yes, the pressure is getting stronger. It's not at a point that's making me panic yet, but I am being as prepared as I can be and recognizing I do have my limits, and tech problems aside, I'm going to have to embrace those. And I have broken it down by how many chapters I have left to do and how much time I have for each one, while still allowing a reasonable amount of time for rest and eating and things like that, because I can't really type while I'm eating. So anyway, that's it for now. I'm going to go and get back to work, and I will see you all soon. And I apologize again if all of these videos end up coming out in a big old cluster, but at least they are being done as the story is continuing. So I will talk to you very soon. Bye.